What's going on, baseball fans? Jeremy Laracuente here for the Baseball Banter Broadcast. And on this broadcast, we continue our series creating the ultimate 5-tool player using each team of the 2023 rosters. Today, the team that we're discussing and bantering about is the Detroit Tigers. So we're going to get into what a 5-tool player is, followed by the contact tool. Now, for those that may not know, the 5-tool player encompasses 5 different skills, and it is listed out as contact, power, speed, arm, and fielding. So in order for us to create the ultimate 5-tool player, we have to put together 5 players to equal out this tool set. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to make it 5 individual players and not double up on any one specific player. So with that in mind, we're going to begin with contact. And when it comes to the contact tool for the Detroit Tigers, Miguel Cabrera is the player that we're selecting. This Hall of Fame ready player is without a doubt one of the best contact hitters in baseball history. So there's no doubt that when you look at what this 2023 version of the Tigers are, Miguel Cabrera may not be the most embodiment of that in terms of this season. But for his career achievements, there's no doubt Miguel Cabrera has always been a hitter first and a power hitter second, and for that reason, we place Miguel Cabrera as the contact tool. When it comes to the power tool, Kerry Carpenter is the player that we're selecting. Carpenter absolutely demolishes the ball. When we look at the StatCast numbers, this player routinely hits the ball the hardest on this 2023 Tigers roster. And there's an opportunity that he can really start to develop into his own, really be a force in that Tigers lineup each and every single day. So for this reason, we're going to be placing him as the power tool. Now, when it comes to speed for the 2023 Detroit Tigers, Riley Green is the player we're selecting. This is a dynamic young player in Major League Baseball who's really starting to learn and develop his own game and become the player that we're going to be seeing in Detroit for the next several years. I think there's an opportunity that he can really put himself in a very prime position, not just for the Tigers, but as one of the best young players in Major League Baseball. His speed is an asset not just on the offensive side of things, but also on the defensive side of things. So for Detroit, being able to have this player roaming around in that very expansive outfield is such a plus tool. There's no doubt about it. Riley Green is the speed tool for the Detroit Tigers. When it comes to arm, there are few better than Javier Baez. I think that for Baez, this has been a very difficult transition moving over to the Detroit Tigers, coming over from the Cubs. But when you look at what this player has always been able to do, he's always been able to play solid defense, and most of it is coming from his powerhouse of an arm. There's no doubt when you see Javi dive deep into that 5-6 hole and then launch an absolute missile over to first base, getting a runner out, you know exactly the capabilities that this player has and why the Tigers were so heavy into investing in him to try to bring him to Detroit to be one of the foundational pieces of their march towards postseason contention. And part of that, again, is because he has such a rocket of an arm where he's able to play further back, play more into the hole in that 5-6 hole to be able to make those throws across the diamond and get runners out. So the arm tool for the Detroit Tigers, Javier Baez. Now, when it comes to the fielding tool, we are selecting Matt Vierling. This, to me, is one of the more underrated players in Major League Baseball. Is he going to be a superstar? Possibly not. But I do think that this is going to be a player that has a very strong Major League career. And maybe not Hall of Fame worthy, but a solid player overall. Part of the reason why he's able to do that is because he plays such solid defense. This may not be a guy who's going to wow you with the most spectacular of plays, even though we did see him rob a home run this season already. But when you look at what Vierling can be for the Tigers, this is going to be a consistent player who's capable of playing all three outfield spots for them and playing that position extremely well. So for the Tigers, being able to present yourselves with a 5-tool player in this way, having Matt Vierling as the fielding tool is definitely a plus. But I want to hear from you, Tigers fans. Let me know your thoughts, your feelings. How would you craft the ultimate 5-tool player using the 2023 roster of your Detroit Tigers? Let me know that down in the comments, or find me over on Twitter at @banter_baseball, and we can keep the conversation rolling. If you want to find more from us on our social media outlets, you can do so on Instagram and TikTok at Baseball Banter Broadcast. We have a corresponding article on Laracuenteledger.com about this exact installment of the Baseball Banter Broadcast. If you want to show some more support for us, you can do so by helping rep the channel with some absolutely awesome gear from the baseballbanterbroadcast.com, which is our merchandise shop. And we also have some promo codes you can use to save on that merch, so definitely check that out. And if you haven't already, you know this is a YouTube channel, so you got to hit that like, the subscribe button, and the bell for post notifications. Most of our audience isn't subscribed yet, so we are continuing to try to build and grow this baseball community. So no doubt about it, hit that subscribe button if you haven't. It definitely helps us out in such a big way. So thank you for tuning into this broadcast, and I will catch you on the next one when we banter about baseball. Peace.